And here we go. It's Tuesday, and I'm going to try some more lasering with my basically brand new Glowforge. Let me see if I can. First, I have to do my social media shares. So, let's post this. I'm gonna post it to Facebook. I'm gonna post it to Glow Forum. I really wish there were a way to do this in a more automated fashion so that I don't spend the first couple minutes of every one of these setting it up. Seriously. Didn't there used to be a thing where you could do a thing where you could get the URL of the particular one that you're watching, that you're doing? Ah, I hate Meta. Alright, I'm just going to try it this way. Sorry if anybody's watching this, that I'm spending time on this. It's just going to be like 2 minutes, and then I will be ready to start. Just 2 minutes. There we go, that's what I wanted. I wanted this URL, come on. Okay. I've got the URL, so now I can tell people I'm doing this. Okay. Doing some more experiments. Taking requests. Okay. Now all I need to do is open the chat window in case there's any chat. And make sure that this thing is stopped. I think it's stopped. Don't need to be playing back my own live video. Okay. Okay. Done. Done with all the tedious setup. So the plan tonight is to not keep hitting the microphone every couple of minutes. The plan tonight is to try out some new ventilation that I've got set up. So while we wait for the Glowforge to do its homing, maybe I can just borrow this rig here. So, I mean, that's basically in the same spot it was, oops, basically in the same spot it was yesterday, of course, going to the same window. But the difference is that I attached the snap-on hose, and I taped everything as well as I possibly could. So I actually moved this whole table out of the way so I could get to the wall there and stand there comfortably and work on it. And I taped it up so that hopefully we won't have any problems. We'll see. The snap-on hose is an interesting gadget because on the one hand, see, I had this the way I liked it, now I don't. On the one hand, hello, it's apparently I can't talk and do anything at the same time. We good? Are we good? I think we're good. I had a lower angle before. How did I do that? Anyway, Not supercritical. Any idea what the hell I was trying to say a minute ago? Okay. Yeah, so I put the snap-on hose thing on, which it's a quick disconnect thing, but I mean it's got a leak because it's just a plastic snap connector, and that the gap is not sealed between the two plastic pieces. Everything else is taped, but you know, I gotta wonder what's the point of that if part of it's not taped. Does it make any sense? But I'm going to see. So this is what I really want to do here is a test to find out if I can, if I get a lot of smoke in here when I cut something. Okay, okay. There. WTG. I don't know what that means. Okay. So, what should I cut? I'm going to cut this maple plywood because this seemed to be the smokier of the things I cut yesterday. We'll go into the UI. I guess I could make another one of these. Oh, yeah, let me try this maybe. So I bought this on the catalog. I didn't realize the catalog was new yesterday since I just got it. And the catalog was there when I got it, but you can click on catalog here. Maybe. Yes. If you have enough patience, you can click on catalog and these things come up. So I was poking around here for something. There we go. Where'd they go? Yeah. The Endless Coffee Coasters and Stand. I guess this is another one of these things like the Apple App Store where once you've bought it, you can't see the price anymore. But it was like a couple dollars. I mean, this is a trivial design, of course. I should be able to make this myself, but that's not the point. I wanted to have some sort of instant gratification. So maybe let me see if I can actually get some of these. So when you do these, when you do this thing, there's a little 3 dots menu here. You open that up, and I've never seen that movie actually, but what the glasses do, the glasses make you look cool. That's my understanding. Okay, so when you open the little 3 dots thing, they actually give you instructions on the side to tell you what to do. Yeah, so that was kind of what I wanted to do, was customize them. But I'm not going to customize them because I'm in a friggin' hurry. So I think, what do you make? I guess you make the bottom ring and then you can make as many coasters as you want. You just stack them up. That would be my guess as to how this is supposed to work. So let's close the little 3 dots menu. You know, it would be cool if I could select all of these. I find this UI really confusing because now, look, what's it doing? I have no idea. I can't drag this for some reason. Something is broken. I am going to go back to home and I'm going to reload the page because I have IT skills. Now, can I move it? No, I can't move this design. Is it locked in some way? Right click? No, that doesn't do anything. Anybody know what I'm doing wrong? Put a pic in it. Do I have it? I guess I could. No artwork. Oh. Well, that's weird, isn't it? I mean, I opened that up. I see now why I can't move them, because it doesn't seem to think that they exist or something. Is that the problem? I'm so confused. That's weird. Let me see. If I go back here and I open the plaque, yeah, you get the cut and the score, and then you can move it around and you can do stuff. But if I go back to home here and I open the Endless Coffee Coasters and Stand, which I paid for, it seems to be defective in some way, that the artwork is not functioning. Unless somebody knows what I'm doing wrong with the UI. That moves the whole thing around. I need a big old bug report button. Okay, I rescanned it. It didn't help. My coasters! I want to make my coasters. That is just strange. My best guess is that something is wrong with this file. So I need technical support. I need an adult. This is very strange. What happens if I click print? I guess I can't. Huh. Well, I have a sad. No. Okay, don't anybody buy the coasters. It's unusable. So that sucks, because now I have to waste my proof grade on something I don't want. I've also noticed it's very, very slow to render. Like, ridiculously slow. I assume that's happening on the cloud, but in the cloud, on the cloud, under the cloud, within the cloud, prepositions are fun. Okay. Well, I mean, that took a long time just to draw a couple of hexagons. A hex of hexagons. I'm going over to my other computer, which is a Macintosh, and I am opening this same file with the coasters, and I am encountering the exact same, what I'm assuming is a bug. So, just double checked that that wasn't a PC problem. Really? Really? This is a waste of space. Really? For the 0.001% of you who have never operated a seatbelt before. Really? I was on a flight recently, and the guy sitting next to me had a lot of trouble operating his seatbelt. And then the Virgin America safety video comes on that has that line in it, which kind of makes a joke about how stupid you'd have to be if you can't operate your seatbelt. All right, this is driving me crazy. Anyway, I felt bad for the guy because I kind of looked over and I'm like, you know, it's kind of mean. You're being really rude to people who can't operate a seatbelt. This is... Okay, there we go. Jeez Louise. I honestly don't know what to do. I mean, I can... This is throwing me for a loop, this inability to print the coasters that I wanted to print. So I'm momentarily, yes, that's the correct usage of the word momentarily, which means for a moment. It doesn't mean in a moment. Sorry, where was I? Oh yes. I am going to look for a picture. That's right, a picture. I'm going to switch over to the Glowforge cam so that you can't watch me go to my private Google Drive and download some kind of a picture. I'm going to download this stupid picture of me imitating Steve Jobs that I sometimes use as an avatar. The only reason I'm doing that is because it's handy. Okay, back to the Glowforge UI. I haven't got any tech support yet on my code. I'm really hoping that by the time I get to printing, somebody in the chat's going to say, "Oh, you moron, that's how you try this, try that." Because it kind of sucks. And I have too many windows here I'm manipulating. Okay. Here. Can I just bring in a photograph? We're sorry, an unexpected error has occurred. Got it. Yeah. Having a bad time. Alright, just confirmed. I wanted to confirm that that one is still broken. Oh, Lord. Now I have to wait forever for this to render. Can I go do this? Is it the speed of the computer, or is it the speed of some back end? Because I'd be sad if it's the back end, because they use App Engine, not App Engine. Whoa. I said completely the opposite thing of what I wanted to say. Use Google Cloud Platform, right? Okay. Add artwork. Upload, but I don't have the picture here. Yes, I do. So can I drag this into there? Processing your design, okay. I know you can't see what I'm doing, I apologize, but I'm doing it on another computer so that I can hopefully then, can I then save this? There's got to be a way to save your design, right? You don't have to just walk away from it. Apparently there's no way to save. Well, that is disappointing. Pointing. Huh. Really? Okay. Okay. Back over here. Mellow. I'm experiencing glowing pains. Okay, here's the plan. I'll go back to home and then I'll go, I should have, but it's not showing up here. Refresh the page. My artwork should be here that I just uploaded, but it's not, which is intriguing. We're just going to bypass the broken coffee coasters. You can probably use them for tea, hot chocolate, lemonade, iced tea, unsweetened only. The Arnold Palmer. What I was trying to do is I went over to my blazingly fast iMac to what I thought I could do was I could set this file up, right? I could take this design here and then load in a JPEG, and then save it, and then I could come back to this computer that you guys can see, and then I would load up the file, because this machine is doing all the streaming and it's running this web UI, and it's a little laggy. So I thought I could save time. Plus it crapped out last time I got to this point. Now I did this a minute ago on the Mac and it did not crap out. There we go. It's processing this time. So that was a weird one-time glitch with the hang tight thing. Okay, intriguing. So there is my photograph, but I don't think I get enough. I don't get any any tools here. Yeah, I clearly don't know what I'm doing, but oh, settings. Ah, available shades, but that's, oh, okay, engrave by color, 3D engrave, manual engrave. Oh, look at that. All kinds of settings. Ditherings. Okay, this is not a good file. I guess I would really need to pre-process this file to get anywhere. Can I now decide that I don't want this? I can ignore it. Can I delete it? I guess not. All right. At the risk of having to wait one more time. See, that's what I mean about save. If you click home, it's gone now, I think. This is oddly still sitting there, but that's just the picture, not the, like the I just assume that you are working on sort of a project, but I guess you're not working on a project. I guess you're just working on a design, and the design is ephemeral. Okay, so anyway, if you didn't catch the beginning of this, the whole thing I'm trying to do here now, it's almost 10 o'clock at night, but I did manage to clean up my lab a little bit, and I pulled the whole thing out and I redid the ductwork. I put some foil tape on it, and I put a quick disconnect thing. So this experiment is going to be about two things. Number one, does the quick disconnect really work at all? Sorry, does the quick disconnect leak? Because it's just plastic on plastic. And so everything is taped up extremely well, except for the actual connection between the hose and the outside. So I want to see if the smoke leaks out of that. And if the smoke doesn't leak out of that, the other question is, does the smoke leak out of the Glowforge itself anywhere else? Because I am really, really disliking this lid. I am starting to feel like this thing costs a lot of money. Sorry, I have the camera on a tripod, which is not conducive to moving it around. If I can do this, if I can get a shot of this. I mean, we've talked about this on the forum. It's normal, it's expected. It's still, there are two things I don't like about this. One is, this bows up enough that there is literally a gap there that I feel like shouldn't be there. And I understand it's with the exhaust running, it's going to suck air from the room and not come out this crack, presumably. That's probably less of a concern. And the aesthetics are quite poor. When you close this, it just feels awful. It feels cheap, and it pops back up quite a ways from you know, it just, anyway, it's one of those things, you know, it's like expensive cars, when you close the door, they go thunk or click or something. And then cheap ass cars, they just don't feel, is that a thing? Am I even making any sense? Okay, so I'm going to set this up so hopefully we can see the laser lasing. I went on a little detour about the door. So are we going to get smoke in the basement with from any of the new things? Yes, you have to do your design elsewhere. I see that now. All right, are we ready? I think we're ready. Are we live? All right. I am going to attempt to send off this file. You know what? As I learned yesterday, this piece of plywood is warped. So I actually want to cancel. Test the cancel button. Doesn't. I need to set up hotkeys for OBS. Yeah, that ain't flat enough. Time to get some magnets. I'll teach it to be flat. To make sure that I don't accidentally laser my magnets. I think that corner should be quite safe in two ways. And then I should probably put something over there. This is starting to remind me of doing stuff on the CNC. You end up spending all of your time making fixtures, and very little time actually carving. I don't enjoy that. All right, let's see. All right, there should be plenty clearance there. I think we're good. Yes, that was, in fact, a Ren and Stimpy reference. So, close the lid. I tend to constantly talk to myself when I'm doing stuff, so I'm just talking to myself, and there. We feel good about that? I feel good about that. Don't panic. Now it's nice and flat. Well, you have a point that it doesn't have to be flat for this. Now, if you saw the video from yesterday, when I was cutting the picture frame, that consisted of multiple... Yeah, this isn't going to matter because each individual one can fall down, but the one I did yesterday had a cut with then a piece cut out inside of that, and the software cut the outside first, so the whole thing fell in, and then it tried to cut the inside part, and it didn't cut all the way through because the inside part had fallen down. So because I remember having that problem yesterday, I was unnecessarily sticking this down. Okay, so I feel like it's ready to go. I just want to make sure that I switch over to the... Oh, I moved that. There we go. I'm pressing the button. Nice angles. I like it. We got the overhead. We can see the tube glowing. And then you got that bit there. I'm definitely making smoke. Doesn't show up as much as it does in person. That's interesting. When it started cutting, my exhaust hose unfurled itself. So I can smell that. It's not very strong, but it's on the left side of the machine. I'm just going to feel around, see if I actually feel any air coming out, which I don't. Very mild, occasional whiff. So I wasn't watching that cut at all. I was paying more attention to... So it's cooling down. No, the machine's really solid. I leveled all the feet on this desk when I installed it originally, because I'm meticulous about things like that. I cannot stand wobbles, and I can't stand things not being level. So yeah, I'm trying to what would be the word? I am trying to characterize, that's the word. I'm trying to characterize the smell. I think I think it's mostly dissipated, although, as people have pointed out, you get used to it. I'm going to close the door to the upstairs because yesterday it went upstairs a little bit. The family wasn't thrilled with that. What I was smelling when it was operating was just occasional little whiffs of burnt wood. I don't smell it much now beyond sort of the background that was left in here from yesterday. And I think it was higher in the room. And what was interesting to me is on the left side of the machine. See, I had this theory. You see the smoke come up, and it seems to travel right across the top of the glass. And then especially on the left side, comes right up over the top where this gap is in the glass, and then shoots down into there. So my theory is that a little bit of odor, probably not really much smoke, but just some of the smell, is possibly, as it's traveling on the underside of the door, is getting out through there. But I could be wrong, and as somebody said, I could try putting some tape on that gap. I just wanted to establish a baseline. I wanted to cut something to establish a baseline that it's not leaking terribly, and it's not leaking terribly. So anyway, let's pop it open and see. I definitely have experienced the little puffs of smoke when you actually, hang on, before we do that, before I move anything, let's check out the alignment. Close the door again. Wait for it to scan. I haven't done any of my own artwork yet. Okay, so I guess my alignment doesn't look too bad. I mean, the camera is terribly blurry, but for an alignment camera, I suppose that's okay. Was there some place in here where I was supposed to set the material thickness? Is that when you I noticed when you click on here, it says you've selected a different material. I haven't selected anything. I haven't changed it. It just that warning seems to be hard coded. Maybe that's a known issue as well. Really not. So I want to try that. Clicking on this and then clicking delete does not do anything for what it's worth. So I don't think you can really delete a layer there. Precious few settings here. So what was I doing? I was going to go back to here. I opened the lid. I'm just going to remove my things. I wonder if I can remove them with a little blue tack. All right. Well, I'll leave the masking on in case I decide I want to engrave something on these at some point. Shame though about the other file. I really would have liked to have made those coasters instead of these coasters. Well, I've been putting off acrylic because I didn't want to create a really nasty smell while I was unsure about the ventilation situation. But I think now it's time. Time to do some acrylic. The overall smell, the lingering smell, is not bad for a workshop. I'm still coming to terms with how I feel about it in my office. If I use this thing a lot, it's always going to smell like burnt wood and plastic down here. Okay, medium clear acrylic. And I guess the one question that I haven't looked for an answer to, I'm just going to paranoidly check my mic. Yeah, the one question I haven't looked for an answer to is, does, do people who have the ventilation really tight find that, do you ever get it down to like no smell at all? And then I guess when the air filters show up in December, that'll be another whole question to question. Man, that really just barely fits, which is fine. Like, how good is that air filter going to be? I didn't really plan to use it because I have the window exhaust, but I mean, you're still going to have the connection between the air filter and the Glowforge, so I suppose doesn't eliminate all possibilities of stuff getting out. Righty, now what can I do with this acrylic? I mean, I don't have any. I could make the birthday topper. I don't have anything ready to go. I'm so in awe of everyone who's been creating designs and things. I guess I could browse the catalog, although my experience with the catalog so far is that the one thing I bought is broken and unprintable. So that kind of sucks. Or I could go on Thingiverse and look for something. I just don't know. Bottle opener. We don't open bottles. This is cute, I guess. Just don't have any artwork. Your artwork goes here. I has no artwork. So I could spend $6.29 on this. Yeah. Something I want to try doing. Curious to see. I generally only I've only looked at like 3D printed stuff on here, but I know that I don't know, laser. I know it's possible to find. Oh, there's an owl. I could make an owl. I'm receiving a text message. Lightning bolt necklace. I don't know, man. I don't have any ideas. I'm out of ideas. Yeah, why not? There seem to be, let me see if I can make this go. Let me see if I can make this go. Download the SVG. Go to her. Go to her. New design, upload. Can I drag that? Yeah. Oh, Windows. I'm hanging tight. Hang loose, man. We're processing your design. Okay. There's neat. It's actually defaulting to the correct stuff. Isn't that cool? So, yeah, I mean, this looks right to me. It looks a little close to the edge in case the alignment's crap. I don't want to ruin it. Now the acrylic shouldn't be warped, right? The acrylic's nice and flat. Tempted to throw a magnet on there, but I don't think I want to get involved in that. Just put it right there. Let it scan. Let it scan, let it scan, let it scan. Okay. This feels like it should have a hole in it for a chain or something. But cool. We got the engrave, we got the cut. I'm going to click this button that says print. Things will happen. The scanning has happened. The preparing is happening. The little previewy thing is happening. Zip, zip. That's what's supposed to do. We'll switch to the cameras here for a better view. That's where the action should be. And just triple checking everything, because that's how I roll. Fire at will. I see very little laser action. There is some. Don't get me wrong, there is some. I guess because it's not wood, you don't get the fire. That's kind of... I'm having all these duh moments where it's like, oh yeah, of course. Focus. After the one thing, I got used to seeing flames come out when it's operating. I'm going to go over here and see if I smell any acrylic. Not really. Certainly not for light engrave. We will see how that changes when it gets to the cut. So I went on the, oh, here we go. Cutting time. Very nice. A little bit of the sweet smell of acrylic, but I honestly think it's I think this ventilation is actually quite adequate. Let me go back to cool down. Cooling down. And ready. Well, I'm preparing now for Stenchy. I've used laser cutters before at work. Whew. Yes. Nice. That's the residue I remember. It's actually a cool effect there. The owl thing. Okay. Let's weed the owl. Weedy the owl. I think I can take my laser safety glasses off now. Look forward to getting those covers. I feel pretty safe about the amount of laser light that might escape through the feed-through slot. But that being said, we're technically operating a class 4 laser, so I'm going to technically follow all of the rules because I'm now the laser safety officer for my organization. Okay, there's Weedy the owl. Oh, look at that. Hello, folks. I'm Weedy the owl. That's really nice. Really nice. Oh, I'm so happy I can do this now. I can laser anything I want. Sweet. I love that shadow. Got to be a way to utilize that. I was so excited by that. I completely forgot what I was going to do next. I had a thought in my head, and it is gone. Sweet. Yeah. Gone. I have a whole bunch of those LED light bases that we all accumulate. I'm trying to remember where I put them. Did I put them all together? I may have. Look at that. Yes. I'm going to play with some of these LED light bases. We'll see how that works out. See if these are the right shape. I mean, obviously you want something to be a little bigger to fit in there, but for the purpose of playing around, that looks like 3 AA batteries. So we will retrieve from my infinite supply of batteries. 1. Can't wait to make some signs. Oh, and I gotta make numbers for the house. Now it's all coming back to me now. projects. I do have some ideas. I do. I think I put everyone to sleep. I might have to print a new battery door. Okay, let's see. What happens if I put Weedy the Owl in there, in the slot? Neato. Lights right up. Okay, so that's one style of base. That's the I don't remember. I picked up a bunch of these. So going back and trying to find more of the same one, it's going to be quite difficult. This, I think, is the same exact thing. It's almost the same exact thing. It's slightly smaller. With this one has a remote. Well, what the hell not? Plug it in. Let's try this one. Same deal. Various colors. Cycling. Some point. Okay, whatever. There. We've seen that one. And now I have a different style, which I got a lot of, or we've got at least several of. These are menu holders, apparently. They even come with a piece of acrylic, but I don't know. I don't really know if that's. I don't know what that comes with, and I'm not going to take my chances. This looks like it takes 3 AAA batteries. I'll just retrieve 3 AAA batteries from the infinite supply of batteries that I keep on hand. Located in my sarcasm drawer. Wow, those are quadruple A. Fascinating. I'm just having to open a new package of batteries, which is always a pain. Nothing's ever easy, you know. When you need 3 batteries, there are inevitably 2 loose and a pack of 4. It's just, you know, if this is the kind of life one's going to lead, then really, what can you expect? Paying for my sins. Okay. Whee! I think the batteries are loose. This is not designed to flash. I just didn't put the batteries in all the way. So this one's blue. I think I got these in a couple of different colors. But same deal, blue. And this one is a bit wider as well, so when I make something, I'll have to make it with a tab of the correct depth. You see, this is, you put your menu for your restaurant in here between these 2 pieces. Apparently that's a thing. I've never seen it. But okay, this was fun for me. I think I have to take a little break and go enjoy a caffeinated beverage, and then I might come back and maybe make a design to engrave on those coasters that I cut out. I do at some point have to get around to making my own design and not just downloading stuff. Okay, so I think that's it for now. As always, thanks for hanging out with me on the internets. I'm just going to check the stats here and see if anybody actually... Yeah, 6 people. Hello, 6 people, whoever you are. I'll be back later, probably, maybe. I'm very, very tired because I got home from a trip late Sunday night. Got very little sleep. Got up Monday to deal with the electrical work in the Glowforge, and then, of course, Monday the Glowforge arrived, so I stayed up late playing with it instead of getting some sleep and getting back on New York time. So I'm still basically jet lagged 2 days later, and what I really need to do is sleep, not continue to play with the Glowforge. But we'll see. I mean, it's going to be hard to resist coming back down here and at least cutting out some more little acrylic trinkets. I love the way this owl's reflection, shadow. I love the way the owl's shadow looks. Okay, I'm stopping now. Really, I am. Seriously, if I can find the button, I'm stopping. Thank you. See you later.